Hello and welcome to Sparkle and Chill. Today we're going to be finishing Blitzen. I'm so excited. Well, if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I can't wait for you to... I'm just so thankful this is done. This is the largest painting I've done so far. It is Blitzen by Claudia McKenny. It is done by Diamond Art Club. And it is a 22 by 22 inch or 55.8 by 55.8 centimeters. And we're about to do the WIP Chat. I just wanted to look at the painting here beforehand and welcome you to the channel. I have a new camera set up, so bear with me as I'm trying to figure out how to use this newfangled thing. It'll let me go down so you can actually see what I'm doing and see the, yeah, look at that. So this is the last little section of Blitzen that I'm working on. So I thought I would try this new setup and do a little whip and chat and kind of catch you up on what's been going on here. This has been really fun. I started this painting on November 30th, and it is now the 16th, I believe, and I am in the final stretch of it. I've been working on it consistently every day, and it's paying off because this painting is quite a bit bigger than any of the ones that I've done in the past. So I am just going to kind of try to get this done while we chat. The goings on this last week has been kind of crazy. My internet is not working because I am changing to a new server, and it's so weird. You sign up for things online and then they ask you to do everything online once they disconnect you. I'm like, okay. So it's actually a different service with the same provider, but so you have to disconnect from one in order to get the other service. So I had to go to the library today and log on to see what was going on with the channel and see if there were anybody to catch up with, and was able to respond to a few comments, which was fun. Please make comments. It kind of shows that there's action going on, or interaction going on, I guess is a better way to say it, within the channel, and that shows that people are liking it, and it gives YouTube the idea that they should push me out to other people. Right now, as of this afternoon, right now it's 10 o'clock at night. Might be later. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock at night. And I'm just getting going here. I actually worked on a good portion of this earlier, but I didn't want to do a huge long video, so I thought I would just wait till I had a smaller portion left to do and finish it off. I'm so excited to get this done. My goal was to get this done by Christmas, and we're ahead of the game by, well, I guess a week. Is Christmas? And I don't know the exact days. What exact day is Christmas? I don't even know. So I have, let me see if I can move this. There we go. Can we still get that there? Yeah, there we go. But you don't see my tray, but it's here. Aren't those pretty colors? So the, gosh, I gotta stop saying that. It's driving me nuts. I can hear my mother counting my ums when I was in trouble. Did any of you guys have parents that did that when you... And I think it's when I get nervous, and I don't know why I'm nervous, because it's not like... Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. So today I went to the library, had to do my unemployment stuff, and that is, see, I just say it out of habit. I have to break this habit, and I will do it. It's just going to take me some time. Going to the library is quite the chore because it isn't open like it used to be. Like, the hours used to be really, pretty, you didn't have to really think about it. On the weekends now, it doesn't open till, like, I want to say 2 in the afternoon or something like that at the one library, and at the other one it's at noon, I think, and then it closes at 6 or 7. So I was like, I really need to get stuff done. But I have another issue is I have, gosh, I can never think of the name of it. I have an eye condition that I can't drive at night. So I have to be really careful to plan when I'm doing things. And I'd rather do things in the morning and then be able to, drive and be there for a few hours rather than just go there for an hour. So if I go at 2 in the afternoon, I still have to leave by like 4 because it's getting dark so early. And the headlights, it's not good. It's not good for me to drive in the dark. So I try not to. And so that's been a little bit of a challenge, just trying to do everything within the right time frame and still get things done. And then looking for remote work only is difficult because I kind of have to, because in the wintertime, it's dark in the morning and it's dark, it's dark when you would be leaving to go to work, and it's dark when you're going to go home, and I can't drive. And where I live, the bus really isn't an option. I guess I could drive to a park and ride, but then I'm paying for car insurance, gas, and, the bus. So it just doesn't make sense. And I just don't like the bus. I'm gonna be honest. And it's not that I'm a snob. I spent many years having to take the bus, and it's just gotten more and more dangerous. Especially if you're doing it at night. There's just too many people out there that, bad things happening. So there's that. I have really, really enjoyed this. It's kind of going to be sad when it's done, but I've got so many paintings. So a couple weeks ago, I think I made the comment, people having so many diamond paintings. I don't know if I said it on here, or I was talking to somebody or what, but then I started taking a look at my own stash, and I was like, oh my gosh, you have way too many. Way too many. I can't finish what I've got in a year, maybe 2. But they'll get done. They will get done. The good thing about that is, right now I don't have like a huge amount of cash. I'm waiting for, I've got to figure out, so there's ways to earn, if those of you guys know how, so I think I have to change my email address on my Facebook account because it's different than what's on my Diamond Art Club account. And so doing things to try to get points doesn't really work to get me the points I need. And I just need like 300 more points. And I know I can do that without buying anything by doing reviews and such. So I've got to figure out how to do that, because if I can get, I think it's 300 more points, then I'll have $150 in points to, $150 worth of basically money to spend. And so I'm looking forward to doing that for my Christmas present. And I might wait until Christmas or just after Christmas to do it. And I'm really excited because it's always fun to get free things. Not actually free. I spent enough money to get to it, right? But I think it would be, I think it's gonna be good. My friend's gonna be laughing if he watches this, because that's our joke phrase. I always say that. I think it's gonna be good. And I don't realize how much I say it now. Y'all listen to me. I think it's gonna be good. But kind of makes me laugh. But so I got to figure out how to get some points without spending any more money, because I need like 300 more points in order to get one for $100 and one for $50 off my order. And so I'm really excited about that. And I still don't know if that means that you get free shipping if you do over 75. I think it's $75. So does that include if you're doing points? I don't know yet. We'll find out. But I think it's only $10. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. I'll show you when I get to some. I have a fun little new toy. I bought it a couple weeks ago. I didn't take it out of the box until this week. It is. Let me get through this. I got it, and then after I got it, I saw a bunch of different people showing it. So I thought that, I'm like, great, I didn't even get a chance to show it, and all these other people have already shown it. But I really wanted to use it for a little while before I really talked about it, because I wanted to be able to, one, demonstrate how well it works, or how well it doesn't work, or, you know, what I like and dislike about it. Because I don't really like to recommend people things unless I like it. Now, I'm not an affiliate of anything yet. I do eventually want to become one, but I don't have enough followers for anybody to want to pay me money to do anything, so I haven't really got there yet. It'll be fun when that happens, though. I kind of like the idea of it. I mean, my whole goal for this channel, one, is to have fun. Would it be nice if it started making money? Well, of course. I think anybody that gets into this would say that I mean, that's always a nice thing. I wanted to, so somebody mentioned that not too long ago. They were talking on their channel. I'm not going to out the person, because they were talking about people being upset about them making money on their YouTube channel, or having to put all the money that they spent back into their YouTube channel. And tell me in the comments what you think of this. But I think of this, for some people, this is a job, right? It's a job. They're doing this because they need to make money, and so they do a YouTube channel, and you can make money at this. And some people make a lot of money doing this. Not necessarily diamond painting, but YouTube in general. There are people out there that make so much money on YouTube. It's crazy when you hear about it. You know, some of these channels that have millions of followers, and they just make bank every time they do a video. I doubt that this ever gets to that point, but one can dream, you know. I don't think it's ever going to get to that part. But my goal is, if it keeps me in diamond paintings and or, you know, to be the stuff I need to look at, to show to people for content, whether something is good or bad, I'm always going to be honest with people. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you. Sponsorship or no, I think anybody that would ever approach me, if that ever happened, I would be real upfront with them. Yeah, I'll be happy to do it for you, but just know I'm going to be honest. If I don't like it, I'm going to say so, you know. I'll be nice about it, because I don't think there's any reason not to be nice about it. But if something isn't good, I'm going to say something isn't good, you know, because I would not feel good about someone else buying something because I recommended it and I even didn't like it, you know. So that's my stance on that. I love the colors in this and the sparkle on this. There I go again. Oh, jeez. Or these little, everything's upside down. I had to turn it upside down because I don't have a big enough I have to do things on an angle, or if I'm looking down for too long, my neck starts to hurt. So I've got to have everything at an angle, and I just prefer it this way. So the only way to do it that way is to turn it upside down when it got to a certain part. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a couple paintings that are really big, and I've heard about the swimming pool noodle thing, so I'm going to look into that when I get to when I'm going to do those ones. But one of them's a square. I'm kind of terrified of doing it. I'm kind of intimidated about doing a giant square. I didn't even realize it was square when I ordered it. I thought I was looking at a round, and I must have been looking at one next to it that was a round, because at that time I wasn't ordering anything in squares, and I ordered this in a square, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I can do squares. I just haven't done a really big one. I've done 2 small scale ones. One was like about a 30 by 30 and one was a 30 by 40. And then I've been working on the little mini, what do they call those? Mini, you know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know. I know it. The small ones like this. Called? I'm trying to remember what they're called. Mini dazzles. Dazzles? Yeah, dazzles. Can I talk? So I was looking at, so I've done, those are squares, but I haven't done like a ton of squares. So a gigantic Diamond Art Club square kind of scares me. This is, oops, I missed a couple. Let me see here. I know I just saw it. Where was it? There it is. So everything's upside down, and I've kind of got used to doing them upside down for the last half of this painting. Let me see. Are there any more of those turnaround thingy bobbers? You're probably all screaming, there's one here, there's one here. And I think that's it. And if it's not, we'll get it. Okay. I just made a mess. Okay. And so there's that color. Let's get, oh, I know, I'm going to show you my new toy. This is my new toy. Can you guys see that? The Art Dot little bunny foo-foo. I heard somebody else call it bunny foo-foo. I liked it. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but I got it on Amazon. I saw it a couple weeks on Amazon, and I was like, oh, I want to try that. And and get it from Amazon if you're going to get it. I love Art Dot, but their shipping is crazy. Their shipping prices. I ordered one thing from them, and even with the 20% discount, the 20% discount didn't even cover the shipping. There was still like, it still ended up basically being full price. It was just that some of the shipping was off. Now this is really great. Let me see if I can switch this to where you can see. Now can I see the screen? Okay, I just messed up my thing. Uh-oh. Hold on, folks. My whole setting, this thing doesn't fit my, okay. So I'm going to demo it real quick for you. And then, so it picks up and then, oops. Well, that wasn't very good. Can you guys see? Well, I'm trying to make it so that you guys can see. I'll do right there. Oops, that didn't pick up. You have to pick it up straight up and down for it to work right. But then I do like it. I only use it for the ABs. because it's kind of wonky. It's a little wonky for me. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. And I do like it for the ABs. I wouldn't use it long term on a, just as what I used. Some people they might like it for that. I got it specifically to do ABs because they always pull the wax out. It makes me frustrated. And so I just got it a couple weeks ago. I've used it consistently with the ABs. The one thing I don't like is I can only place one down at a time. But it does do the trick without having to deal with wax pulling out or having it take the shiny stuff off the drills. Okay, are there any more? Okay, there's one more there. Let me see, do I see any more? No. And it just has a little button right here. And it doesn't, you don't really hear it. It's very quiet. So that was those deals. So I really like it, the little bunny thing. But it is not something I would use for a whole painting. It doesn't take, it doesn't, because of the suction, it doesn't take the sparkle off of the drills, and it doesn't cause you to go crazy with your wax going all over the place. So for that reason, I give it a very good, I think from a scale of like 1 to 10, I'd give it about an 8 for doing that. If I was getting it thinking I was going to do my entire painting, I would say it's about a 4. In my opinion, just because it's kind of bulky. Let's see. Okay, it's kind of bulky, so for that reason alone, I wouldn't use it all the time. I'm not one of those people who, now there's people who really like a very thick, a real thick grip or pen, and they might just absolutely love it for that purpose. But for me, that's not what I like. I like the thinner pens. That's why the twist and pick pin that comes with the Diamond Art Club kits, I love these pins. They are so good for me. They're the perfect size. They're not too bulky. I have another pin, this pin here, that I really love, and it's a bit bigger than this one. But every once in a while, like if my hand starts to cramp up with this one, then I'll switch to that one. It really is all about preference. Some people need certain things that other people don't. Like some people that have issues with their hands need a really thick pin in order to grip it properly. And other people, I actually really like the little pins that come with the little cozies, the little cozies, like a drink cozy. You know what I'm talking about? These pins here that have the little, then they have one of those little cushy things on it, then I like them. But I've got some that are in different colors and stuff like that I like just for fun, But really, since I started using the twist and pick pen, I use it with all my paintings. And I really like the feel of it. I love the fact that I'm not having to dot the ink, or the wax, not having to fill it with wax every time I turn around. In fact, I added pink wax just to see what it would do, and it works just fine. The only thing is I don't think I would add the pink again. I just wanted to try it. When I go to fill this again, I'll put the clear stuff in. I just wanted to see what the difference would be. And the problem with the pink, adding the pink is, when it kind of splurges out, it gets on your painting and then you're trying to get it out and you can sometimes see it and it takes a little bit to get it off. So the white or clear wax is the best wax to use with this. So live and learn. Okay, where's that? But today has been a long day. I had a doctor's appointment that I didn't have. Have any of you ever did that? I have a doctor's appointment, eye doctor appointment, scheduled for the 16th at 10 a.m. I get there, and I go up to the counter to check in, and they're like, oh, what's your name again? They're looking for me. They can't find me on the thing, and then the guy says to me, oh, well, you're here at the right time and the right date, but the wrong month. It's next month. Like, oh my gosh. So I got up, and it was an early appointment. Got there, did all the stuff, and then it was not the right time. So I was there for an appointment that didn't exist. But then I came home, and my paper that they had given to me said today's date and month. So they messed up, not me. But they acted like it was me, probably because they don't know. But I was so frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh. Not to mention wasting gas to get out there, but just the time. And if I was working, I would have been really mad because I would have taken time off work to do it, So I have to wait another month for my eye exam. So, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. But the good news is I was then up, so I went to the library early. I went to the grocery store to get vegetables and fruits because everything died in my vegetable box. There wasn't a lot in there, but I hadn't been getting into it enough. And I decided last night I really need to get myself eating salads again. Do you guys go through phases? I go through phases, like I'll eat salad every day for 2 or 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden I just don't want salad. So I had stuff in there to make salads, but it kind of all died, which is kind of a shame because everything's so expensive. But I didn't do much. I just got some bell pepper and some onion and some lettuce, a couple different kinds. And then I decided I'm going to make a cheeseburger salad tomorrow. It is so good and it sounds good. I'm having to watch carbs because of diabetes, so I thought, well, what could I have? I really have been wanting a cheeseburger, so I'm going to make, I've made it before without knowing that other people did it too, but just making it. But normally what I would do is just make a hamburger patty and then eat it in a wrap of lettuce. But these people did where they made the hamburger, seasoning everything good, and then they just put it on the salad and then put the cheese and the onion and the pickle and everything that you would do on a cheeseburger, but instead of having it on a bun, you just eat it like a salad. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I didn't buy a new hamburger because I had some in the freezer, but it was frozen, so I was going to have it for lunch, and I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with frozen hamburgers, so I used carb-free or carb zero, tortillas, and I cut them into triangles, the small ones, and then I baked them, and I had them with a little bit of refried beans and then some salsa. Really good. It was a really good thing to do. And it's like having chips. If you bake them you got to bake them for like 10 minutes on 350 or a little less time on broil. You got to really watch them if you do that. But if you just put it on bake for 10 minutes like that, they're perfect. And so I had that today, and it was really good. And it was kind of a snack, lunch/snack kind of thing. Do you guys have any ideas for carb-free or low-carb meals? Kind of getting tired of some of the same stuff over and over again, but trying to get things down. And I gotta admit, I kind of fell off the wagon for a little while. My A1C was elevated when I had my testing done, and I'm like, okay, I gotta be good. And next month I go in for all of that tests, all my blood tests and stuff, so I've really got to try to get it under control the next few weeks, and then stay on course. The hard thing is learning, and I had learned it a long time, it's just not snacking. I can plan meals and have really good food that's low carb. My biggest part is wanting to snack. So I have to wait till like 3 in the afternoon to eat. And then just eat one meal. And then be done. Otherwise I just get the munchies. Where all I want to do is eat. Junk. The good thing is that I've gotten rid of the junk. I just got it out of the house. But today I did buy a bag of potato chips at Winco. I was just craving them, but then I didn't eat them. I made the other ones, and I'm like, well, maybe I can get away with not doing this. And sometimes just having it, knowing I have it, and if I really want it, I can have it, works. And then I don't open it for a long time. I know it's weird, but as a kid, I used to be able to get candy at the candy store and keep it in my drawer. Or I had a little blue suitcase that I used to hide all my stuff in. I'm sure it wasn't much of a hiding place. It was, I actually still have the little blue suitcase. It's kind of funny. But I used to hide all my candy in there. And I would have candy for a couple months. And my mom, I remember one time, where'd you get this candy? When we went to the store. You still have your candy? You didn't eat it? No, I didn't eat it. I just liked knowing I could have it whenever I wanted it, and it didn't have to be when, if I didn't want it, I could hold on to it. I was very good at holding on to it. And even as an adult, I don't anymore, but I used to have this drawer at one of my apartments that was just full of junk food. It had all kinds of junk food in it. And I remember a friend of mine coming over and saying, that's a lot of junk food. Yeah, most of it probably needs to be thrown out. It's been in there too long. Like, how does that stay in there too long? Well, I don't really eat it. It's just, if I don't have it, then I go crazy if I go get something and I haven't had it for a long time. But if it sits in there, then it's kind of one of those things like, not really into it. Anybody else like that? I know it's weird. But it is what it is. I was being really bad a couple weeks ago. Oh, see, that was on. See that? I accidentally pushed that, and that's a special drill. It's an AB, and now it has pink wax on it. There, and now I probably rub the shine right off. I have to be real careful not to nudge those with the wax part of the pin, because they pull the wax right off. Grrr. I prefer the fairy dust to them. I know they shine more. I really do like the shine they give, but I really hate working with them. Okay. So at the library today, I was able to look up my channel, and as of like 11 o'clock this morning, I had 71 subscribers, which is up by several. So this last month, I've gained, I think, like 30 new subscribers, so that's pretty cool. My goal right now is just to get to 100. I don't know, some channels grow really fast, and I don't know how that happens. I was told, you know, don't post it on your social media, because then like friends will go and watch, but they won't necessarily come back. So that throws the algorithm off, because then it looks like people that came to watch didn't come back, or, you know, seldom come back. So it looks like they don't enjoy your channel. And I've heard other people say they get everybody they know to go and subscribe to their channel. I don't know what the right thing to do is to get it to where, you know, it starts clicking and picks up and gets pushed out for more people. But I kind of want it to just be authentic, and I don't necessarily just want my friends that I've known for years to watch. In fact, sometimes I don't want it. You know what I mean? It's like, this is something that I'm doing that is different for me. Not something I ever thought I would do. I thought about it for a long, long time. And I tried it on, and didn't really go anywhere with it. And then I didn't really know what to do for a channel. I was like, well, I kind of want to do a channel, but what would I talk about, you know? I don't know what to talk about. And then when I started doing diamond painting, I didn't even know there were diamond painting channels or anything about it. And then I don't remember what made me look. One day I went online, and I think out of fun I just put in diamond painting. And I was so surprised to see all these people who did diamond painting. And I'm like, I could do a channel on diamond painting. I love to diamond paint. So I think that's kind of, I'm not sure if that's 100% right how things happen, but I think that's what happened. It's been a little while, and I was truly trying to figure out what to do. I had started another channel, and it wasn't really, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was going where it did. It was starting to get a few people that followed, but they were people that knew me, and a couple people that didn't. I don't know, I just decided I didn't really do much with that channel. Well, one was this guy. That's what it was. That's how I got started. Now I'm remembering. This guy was his channel is called the Economic Ninja, I think it is. And he challenged people to do 10 video, you know, to start a YouTube channel and to do 10 videos in 10 days. Well, I didn't quite make it. I was working on it. It was a different channel that I started. And I think I got about four videos done, and then I kind of didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say or what to talk about or how to, you know, go about it. So it kind of fizzed. And then I was like, I know I really did want to do it, but I didn't know what to do it on. And when I found diamond painting, I was like, you know, this is my, I think this would be my people. And I started watching different channels and getting ideas, because I'm like, I would like to do a channel on diamond painting, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know what to talk about or what to do. And so I just started talking kind of like I am now, kind of meandering. I apologize. I want you guys to see, I'm so excited to get this done. This has been the funnest, funnest, that's not really a word, is it? But it has been so fun. Just the colors are vibrant. The picture is so cute. And it's so big. It's so big. So I was like, how long is it going to take me to get this big one done? And it hasn't actually... I think when people say, how do you do a big painting, and they're all nervous about it, because I think all of us, especially when you haven't done a big painting, worry about, oh no, it's too big, and then we get nervous and scared about it. It really is sort of like they say, it's just one step at a time, one block at a time. You just block it off and work on just that little piece. I think if I do one any bigger than this one, I will definitely be working on something else as well. So it might take longer to do because I'm doing other things on the side. But it won't... but that just gives you a break from doing the same thing every day or all the time, I'm really worried about I got this one, butterflies and I did it again. Butterflies and flowers, I think it is, or something. I'm going to have to look at the name of it. It's one of the first ones I bought, and it ended up being a square, and then I was afraid to do it. It's like, no. But I think it really is a matter of just doing it one step at a time, just taking it one square at a time, one little section at a time, and then just going for it. Because it's not really any different than what you normally do. It's just on a bigger scale, so it's going to take longer. So you got to have the patience for it. I like this size. This is a 22 by 22 inch, and I think this is the perfect size for me for like a normal. This could be a good large size for me, and I know most people would not call this a large size. They call it a medium, and it is a medium in terms of, but for me, this is large. I didn't really have any concept of size, I was ordering, I've got a few that are even bigger than this one. Most of them are a little bit bigger than this. I have a couple that are the same. The next one I'm going to do, that's a Diamond Art Club, is the I'm Not Fat, I'm Fluffy kitty one. That one's next in line for in the DAC. I'm going to work on a couple of budget kits before I go there, just because I really don't want to abandon that part of my of stuff that I do, because I do like the budget kits. Uh-oh. You know what? I'm just going to put that over there. I don't feel like opening the bottle again, and that's the last of those ones. This is the last section. I don't have to worry about if I have enough. So it's kind of one of those things. But this is awesome. Uh-oh, I just put those in the wrong spot. Were those the right? Yeah, those are the right ones. I thought I was doing the X's. Did I just? Nope, I did the right ones. Yay. Okay. It's crazy. Lift those up just a little because they're just a little off. Okay, these are these things. But this has been really fun. So tell me in the comments, what projects are you working on? This is by, oh gosh, what's the name? McKenny, Claudia McKenny, I think, is the name. I just got another one of hers. I have another one of hers as well to do. I think it's Claudia McKenny, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check when we get to the end of it. I'm pretty sure. But it's so fun. I love the idea with the ornaments hanging from his antlers, and it's just such a good idea. So I think the other thing I'm going to do that I haven't done yet is I think I'm going to open up my boxes of all my DAC kits and pull out the cards. I kind of, the reason for that is I wanted to see about the rewards on them. If I have any, good cards in there that will give me rewards. I don't know how they really work, but I know bronze doesn't really get you anything unless you have it in combination with other things, which is kind of a bummer. So I kind of need to know what else I might have. But my goal was not to open them till I unboxed them, so I would be able to know what's been unboxed. If it's in my little booklet, it's been unboxed. If it's not, then I haven't unboxed it yet. Does that make sense? It's because, when I'm not spending any more money for a while. I've got enough to show people. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I don't want to be buying just to buy. And now I have enough that there's no reason for me to buy any right now. Except if something comes out that I feel like I have to have, which is still bad too. I think the glue right there isn't real great because they're not sticking. Okay, that went down. It is right on the edge, so wow. Oh, we're getting there. So my next one is going to be I'm Not Fat, I'm Fluffy, and then from there, probably be working on the kitten at the same time that I unboxed the other day. I have the kitten and the Christmas tree. I'm hoping I can get the Christmas tree done. It's pretty small in comparison to this, so it should come together rather quickly. So I'm thinking I'll be able to get that done. There's a color there that doesn't belong. I'm excited about getting some things done. Are you guys excited for Christmas? You having parties or big get-togethers? This year's kind of a low year for me. Not really much going on. I'm just hanging. Which is fine. My mom's in another state. I used to go over and hang out with her. And my aunt used to host at her house, and she stopped doing it. And so I think it's all out at my cousin's, since she lives quite a ways away. So it's kind of, unless I was going to spend the night, it's kind of hard to do for just the day for that long of a drive. Especially for me, I can't drive at night. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to do Christmas Eve church service and a Christmas party this next week. So I'll get enough festivities in. And then my friends that the last few years I've gone to their house, they went and moved on me. So, which is kind of sad, but good for them. They moved closer to their grandkids. And So that's really good for them. They missed out on the younger years being close by, so getting to be there now is good for them. We're almost done. Oh, and it sparkles so nice. This is going to have a lot of extras of this color. I was worried I was running out, and then I found a whole nother. I had put a packet. When I do mine, I don't necessarily kit everything up if there's too many for my containers. And so I didn't open all of these. And I had one more thing of diamonds. And I was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, good, because I thought I was going to run out. It's getting down to the wire. But it ends up, I wouldn't have had enough, but they could have given me half as much as what they did, because literally there's almost a full bottle and there's only these few ones that are left. We're down to the home stretch, folks. And then I will show you Blitzen in all his glory. And he is glorious. He really is. So, did anybody get, has everybody gotten their Black Friday stuff? Mine just came the other day. I mean, like 2 days ago, I think. Or was it? What day was it? I've been trying to figure out why it was taking so long. And then they didn't have anything to, I went to try to track it, and there was no tracking on it. So I reached out to Diamond Art Club, and they're like, oh, well, it's been shipped. They just maybe didn't update it in the system. And I'm like, well, why do you have, you can follow where things are at if it's not going to be updated? So they're very good. You know, I don't really have too many issues with them. They're very helpful. Their customer service is really good. It was just a little frustrating because I was like, I'm not seeing that it's shipped, and I'm watching other people do unboxings on theirs, and on their Cyber Mondays, and I haven't received my my Black Friday stuff. And I had kind of splurged. I got 2. I'll unbox them, or it probably will be a little bit before I do, because I've got so much to do that I don't necessarily need to unbox something else that isn't going to get done for a while. I'd rather unbox it just before I'm going to do it, so people don't just think. See, it's hard when people do them and then they never show you the finished product, right? They unbox something, and I'm guilty of it myself. I've unboxed several things, which is why I want to work on all the ones that I've unboxed that are DAC over the next several months. If it's been unboxed, I want to work on it and show you guys the final product, because, you know, it's kind of hard to see something and then never see it get worked on. I think that's the beef that some people have with people doing a lot of unboxings. And then they never see the product again. You know, it gets unboxed and then it's like, okay, where did it go? And I'm guilty of it. I've got several that I've unboxed. I have 10 in my 10 different paintings in my little thing of cards that have not been worked on yet. So I need to do those. And that's my goal, is to start working on all of the ones that have been unboxed. And then, but also in the middle of that, also be doing some budget kits as well. Because I've got some really fun budget kits too. Is it sitting right there? I think I put it away. I bought one You know, Diamond Art Club has one similar to it, but I found a budget kit on Amazon of the Grinch with the hand holding the Christmas ornament, but it's only a 30 by 40, and I loved it because I wanted to get the Diamond Art Club one, but it was just big, and I just knew I wouldn't, I didn't have time to do it. I won't get it done this year. This one will wait till next year as well, but it was fun to find, and it was only $10, so I was like, yes. See, I like the budget kits for that reason, is that you can, and it's very different. It's not done in a cartoon way. It's done with like the fur and whatever, more of a Jim Carrey like one than the cartoon. And I just liked it. I was like, I like that. I didn't get in on those other ones because I didn't have no more money. The bank is closed. I spilled so many drills last night. I dumped, I think it was, I can't remember what color it was. It was one of the greens. Fortunately, I was wearing a shirt that's like this one, and it has, it has some flow, and I was able to catch them, a good portion of them in my shirt, but a good bunch of them fell to the floor too, and I had to go down. The best way to get them, I found on the carpet, is to take one of these little things, take the side, and actually the little green boat ones are the best, and just scrape it up with this, move them with this, and then scoop them up with the little green ones because they're narrower. And I did get them picked up, and then I had to like pick the dirt out of them from the floor. Okay, now the letter P. Where is the P? We're getting there. Guys, look at this. It's getting there. There's not very many things left. Yeehaw! Used to say that when we were horseback riding. Yeehaw! Any horseback riders out there? I haven't ridden in years, but there is nothing like the feeling of running through a field on the back of a horse. Your hair flying, the horse going as fast as, probably not as fast as they could go, but pretty fast. The rush. Pretty amazing feeling. And you feel like you're flying. Just flying. It's been years. I miss those days, but now I'm kind of afraid because when you fall, you break when you're my age. And I did some crazy falls when I rode horses. It wasn't that I got bucked off. At one time, I was with a friend, so I was with this guy. It was a guy I was very interested in, and I brought him out to our farm and took him horseback riding. And I had lived with this family that lived on a farm, and for quite a while, and had gotten pretty good at horseback riding, but you have your moments. And so we went down to their farm was right up the hill from a dairy farm, and they used our water trough, and we used their field for riding. It's kind of a nice trade-off. They had a lot of acreage, and we had about 5 acres. Well, there was 9 acres down below, but that was really hard to get to on horses. But their land was really great for horseback riding. They had these nice dirt roads that were easy on the horses' hooves and easy to ride on, and so we would often go down there to ride. and you could get out in a full out gallop there because there was enough room for it. And we hadn't talked to the Johnstons for a while. They give us permission to be on their property, so we'd ride down there every once in a while and we'd race. So I took my friend down there. This was years ago. And we were riding, and I said, I said, let's go. And he's like, okay. So we start running the horses a little bit. And as we're going, I notice in the front that they had put up a new barbed wire fence, and we were heading straight for it. The horse saw it before I did, and he had tied these white ribbons to it so that you would see it. And anyways, the horse, I was riding Joy, or no, was I riding Joy? I was riding Joy, yes. Joy was the more spirited one. I normally rode, no, I was riding Robin, and my friend was riding Joy. Robin was very spirited quarter horse, and she had a mind of her own. Oh my gosh, she used to head for the trees when Dad got on her. It was so funny. So anyways, we were running, and I was riding bareback with like a blanket saddle. And so you don't really have much to hang on to. You're using all your inner thigh muscles to hold on. And the stirrups are just sort of there to help you balance. And we're running really fast, and the horse, and I kid you not, she pivoted. I pulled back going, whoa, and she pivoted, missed the fence. We didn't end up in the fence, but the turnaround was so quick. It's like she turned around on a dime. It was crazy. And I fell off. Not right away. I was like hanging on to her mane and hanging, and then I was like, okay, Lord, I'm just going to drop, because there wasn't anything I could do. I needed to drop. So I dropped. She didn't step on me. She just kept going for a little bit. My friend comes up to me, are you okay? I'm like, just go get my horse. And so he goes and gets the horse, and because the horse didn't run much farther after I fell off, he just kept going. I had a bruised ego from falling, and oh man, I was pretty bruised up, to be honest, but it was so funny. Oh, there's only one color left. Oh no, there's two colors left. Anyways, it comes back to me, and he says, and I'm standing up by the time he gets to me, and I'm just more embarrassed than anything, And I'm like, okay, and I couldn't get on the horse myself. I'm quite short. And I'm like, okay, help me get on. He goes, you're going to get back on? And I'm like, what do you mean I'm going to get back on? Of course I'm going to get back on. How else do you think I'm going to get home? Because we were quite a ways from the house. He's like, I just thought after a fall like that you wouldn't want to get back on. I'm like, no, the rule is when you fall off, you always get back on. And he's like, why is that? And I'm like, because if you don't, you never will. Because it'll scare you. Because it's scary to fall. But that was my fault. That whole thing was my fault. It wasn't my fault totally. We didn't know that they had done that, but we also hadn't talked to the Johnstons for a while, and they hadn't told us anything about it, and it was an area we rode all the time. But it was my fault because I was kind of showing off a little bit. But I was able to get back on the horse, and we rode back and got back to the house, and they're like, oh, you're back early. Yeah, I kind of fell off. They kind of laughed, and I told them what happened, and I'm like, don't go running down on the lane down there, because on the main strip, they put a bobfire. They must have moved some cattle into that area, and they roped off the area, so you can't ride. If you try to do any kind of real riding, you're going to run into a barbed wire fence that you're not expecting to be there. So when we told Leroy about it, he's like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about that. Didn't really think about it. They had cows, because it was a dairy farm. They had cows and they had bulls, and they have to rotate in their field where they are for, you know, to keep the grass. So they have grazing land. So they move them about from field to field, you know, every other day or so. And they had opened up this other field that we used to ride on a lot. But they opened it up to the cows because it was kind of a hot summer, and I think it had something to do with keeping the cost of feeding them down. They let it grow for a little while, and then they let them back on it. You know, they kind of rotate them in and out so that they always have land that's got, you know, grass and stuff from. Oh, I missed a heart there. So, but that was a real funny horseback riding. Another time, one of the little girls that lived there, that one of the kids of the family I lived with there, she used to ride on the back of the horse Joy with me. And Katie, who was like 8 years old, she was so brave. Oh, there's a dollar sign. She could ride. She was just like no fear. That little girl could ride. And I would ride Joy, and Emmy would be on the back with me. And one day we got going so fast, Emmy's legs were flying behind the horse, and I didn't know. She's like, I'm going to fall off. So we had a lot of fun. You know, I think, oops, that was upside down. I think about it, how dangerous it was for us to be riding, because we really didn't, we had no like formal training or anything. They got Joy, and we just taught ourselves to ride. I had ridden with my friend. I had a friend in junior high who had a horse. Indra Matson, if you're out there, contact me if you see this. She was a good friend of mine. She had a horse out at the stables, and when I was in like 7th grade, and we used to go out to the stables, and I missed a couple different ones here. We'd go out to the stables, and I tried riding then. I would think I was too young, and I was too nervous. Every time I rode her horse, I can't remember the name of her horse either, but every time I rode her horse, I got thrown off. And she even said, though it wasn't really being thrown off, I would fall off because I wasn't doing stuff right. Because I didn't know what I was doing. But when we got Joy, Joy was really gentle, and she didn't, you know, tend to just throw people off. She, we had a hard time getting her to go sometimes. You'd get on her, and she'd stand there like, you want to go for a ride? Okay. And then she'd stand there, and you'd have to make her start walking. It was kind of funny. You'd have to either put your heels into her sides a little bit, or have somebody else come along in front and grab her reins and make her move, and that would get her to go. But sometimes you'd get somewhere, like you'd be at the far end of the field, and all of a sudden she'd decide, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to go anymore. Hey people, it's done. Yay, it's done. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it's done. I don't see any that didn't get done. Let's flip it around and see what he looks like. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he's so pretty. Okay, what I'm going to do, so let's see if we can get it to the area. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this off of here. Okay, well, let me do this. Let me see. I'm trying to get the whole thing in the view, and I don't know that I can. Yeah, there we go. Come out just a little bit. If I'm making you dizzy, I'm sorry. Isn't he pretty? I haven't seen it right side up. I've been working on it upside down since the halfway mark. He's beautiful. Well, I've talked you guys' ear off while I finish that final square. Thanks for visiting. Please like and subscribe, all the things. Put a comment in the comments if you'd like. Look forward to seeing you again. Thank you. Bye now.